Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. Before you enjoy the following production, there's just a few things I'd like to get out of the way first. Starting off, I'd like to thank all of our Patreon supporters, especially our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic, Cat, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. If you'd like to support us, you can do so on our Patreon, patreon.com/fsfilms, as well as by following me on Twitter @JohnnyBates, following and subscribing to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Senstaku, on YouTube, youtube.com/Senstaku, and on any of our podcast feeds, links to which you can find on my Twitter account. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I hope you have a good time. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. Before we begin, I just need to add on, because I haven't updated the video intro yet, I want to also thank Maureen Montee, who is our newest $25 tier supporter on Patreon. I need to update that and get it out to people. But yeah, welcome to Gran Terra Rebirth. Episode 50. The last Gran Terra campaign only lasted 51 episodes, so I feel like we're probably going to get beyond that. I'm John, the Game Master for the evening, and joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Graza Thunderweaver, as I try and remember her name. Gashkar, also. Wrong character. I just said
I was going to say.
the last campaign.
Fascinating.
That was the character from the last campaign. No, we're off to a great start. Gashkar Stormcaller is the half-orc barbarian. Sorcerer.
Yes, half-orc barbarian sorcerer. And Mara?
A borcerer, if you will.
A borcerer is somebody who summons boars to attack you. Mara.
Hi, that could be effective in large numbers. I'm Mara, and I'm playing Hope Azamar Rogue Barbarian Monk.
Oh my fucking god.
I just realized that your name is centered. Oh. And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Harry, the halfling battlemaster fighter who will be trying to do a TPK to this episode so that we will not go above the original Gran Terra.
That works for me. And Aaron?
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am playing Lulu, the halfling blood hunter who can eat the extra boars after the boarmancer has summoned them to kill our enemies.
And Jack.
I am Jack. I'm playing Gwynferon Minar, the high elf divination wizard who saw all these boars coming in the first place, as well as Ashkill, the wood elf warlock who lives in his brain.
And you've also got a sentient staff in your brain now, too.
Yeah, but I don't play them.
It's crowded in there.
It's getting crowded.
Not really. There's a lot of room.
Extra empty space.
That's a pretty small number of altars.
Also, this is literally the first time I've realized Gwynfront had a last name.
No, I didn't know he had one.
Isn't
There
it?
are
the rest of you?
layers to
I
this.
don't think he's ever said it.
No, he hasn't said it before.
No.
Not only you, Jack, have ever said it before.
Nope, I haven't either.
Anyways. So, when last we left off, the group were in core, going about their various businesses, attempting to get information on more anima weapons, as well as attempting to find information on other things and visit old stomping grounds. In the process of which, Hope and Corbin found their way back to Hope's old shrine that she used to live at, which is currently being cordoned off by the Cornite Rangers, as there seems to have been some matter of bloody business going on. But that's not who we're picking up with. Instead, we're picking up with Gwynferon and Gashkar, and I don't remember if anybody else was going with them, as they head towards the docks to find a book.
I was going with them.
I didn't remember if anybody else was going with, so Lulu as well.
Lulu's coming too.
Yep. As they head to the docks to find a book. I don't know if Harry was going with them as well.
No, I don't. I remember she definitely was not doing that. I don't for the life of me remember what she was doing.
Wrestling people.
I was going to say, probably arm wrestling a minotaur back in the sparring yards still.
That seems probably pretty accurate.
Sounds good to me. So, the three of you find yourselves down the docks, a little ways away from the shrine that Hope and Corbin are going to, not so close that you notice anything particularly off-putting. And I want you to make me an investigation roll, any of you that care to. As you're looking for what seems to be a strange old shack that sells books.
Investigation.
Do I have
Should
any
not have
sort
had
of
advantage, so that'd be a 9.
having done this before?
Yeah, you have advantage.
Cool.
Actually, for you, make me an intelligence save, Lulu.
Oh, do I get advantage on that?
Yes.
Cool.
Also, the DC is lower.
20 is the thing I should.
Depends what you
probably-
needed. So, Gwynfrod, as you explain this information, sort of extrapolate this information, Lulu, you remember that? You remember that shack? That's the thing that Selena went into.
This way. This one. Come on.
Wait, you already follow the wheelas.
And Lulu leads the two of you down to the end of the docks, at sort of the northern side of the docks, here in the core dock ward, where
Fire girl who didn't like her name. Heems knew where it was.
where there is what looks to be a very out of place, rickety old, half soggy wooden shack, just sort of sitting just off the dock on the grass on the bank, seeming distinctly apart from the rest of the city. The thing where you sort of step into the area and then the location name changes, like you're out of core, you're instead on the banks.
Mm-hmm. Feel like we just zoned.
Yeah.
It's just the Dark Souls new zone music hits the blah.
Pretty much. Every time you step off the docks, to get over to this. There's a fog gate behind you now.
Is Gwyn getting any vibes or any
Definitely getting vibes. This is a vibe heavy place. Don't even need to roll for that. This is.
I mean, there's a different store for that.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
also here.
Oh.
I don't want to know
Never
what kind of vibes this person sells.
I mean, she sells all manner of things. She sells seashells by the seashore as well. But this place just sort of, there is magic in the air. In fact, you smell it. Literally, there's some sort of noxious odor coming from inside the hut. But
Smell magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozone-y.
Detect magic from the staff. Weaveborn, what's happening here?
So you cast detect magic through the staff, and you see sort of the weave of magic surrounding you and flowing through you and all around. And you see where it intersects with the area around the hut. But rather than continuing on through and into the hut, it just sort of fades away, almost as if it can't touch the hut, or at least you can't see where it touches the hut.
It's really weird.
The hut just sort of seems to be like sort of a negative space in the magical aura you can see.
Am I getting the idea? Because I've had anti-magic field for a while.
It's not an anti-magic field.
Okay, good. That's the main thing he would have been concerned about.
No, the amount of magic you're feeling coming sort of just ambiently in the air tells you that if there was an anti-magic field, it would feel very different here.
Now he's tempted. But he doesn't cast it, and we're going forward.
You walk up to this rickety old shack. As soon as you knock on it once, the door just opens up.
What did my hand hit the other 2 times?
Nothing.
Air.
Whoa.
Because you went. You step inside. Are all 3 of you going inside?
Sure.
Lulu?
They're going book shopping. Fine, I'll go with them.
All right. So the 3 of you step in, and you are immediately assailed with a pungent aroma of various chemicals, some of which you can identify, many of which you cannot. It has almost this antiseptic smell to it, as well as the smell of, I don't know if any of you have ever been into a place where they embalm animals, but
Yep.
it has that smell as well. Just sort of like this
So formaldehyde.
formaldehyde and antiseptic and all manner of other chemical smells in here. It's not the most pleasant fragrance of smelling. You do get the occasional scent of lavender, maybe from a candle lit somewhere, trying desperately and futilely to offset the rest of the smells. And inside you find yourselves at what basically looks like a store counter. But where normally you would have knickknacks and trifles and diamond jewels and whatever, instead you have a glass case filled with varying sizes of eyeball that are various different colors. You've got on the wall where there would be swords hung horizontally, instead there are arms that are bandaged at the shoulder joints. In sort of on a rack that might have rings or gauntlets and things, there are disembodied hands, some of whom are still flexing and twitching their fingers. Hanging from a string just off to one side, there is a string of disembodied eyeballs that all turn to look at you as you step in and follow you as you move around. And on the other side of the counter is this withered, wizened, haggard-looking old woman. A long hook nose with warts on various aspects of it, hair hanging out of a low-hanging hood. Just looking for all the world like a 375-year-old human being. Well, welcome to my shop. How can I assist you?
We're looking for a book by one Maxim Dantilus.
Books, you say? Well, I
Is
do
she
happen
looking
to-
at my staff at all?
You can't tell where she's looking.
Damn it.
The hood is just low enough that you can't really see her eyes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Books, you say? Well, we do happen to have a fair few. Written by a dragon. That one is a bit rarer, but it does exist. Is that all you're interested in?
I believe the title was a treatise on the cultural interactions of chromatic and metallic dragons, if you're looking for more specificity. However, you do seem to have a rather interesting selection here. Are these all for sale?
Everything you see, though we are slightly limited in our stock. I did have a recent customer come in and buy quite a few lovely things. But the book you're seeking, and she turns and just sort of reaches into a cupboard off to one side, opens it up, and then reaches in, pulls out this large leather-bound tome. Unlike the one that you saw, the copy of this you saw in the book in the library, was sort of bound, more traditionally bound in like like sort of a regular tanned worked leather, with some basic metallic attachments to it. I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
Hardware.
Yeah, basic metal hardware on it. This one seems to be bound in a much more reptilian skin, with bone hardware attached to it at the various corners of the book and down, and the spine actually seems to be decorated with vertebrae of some kind. As the book is pulled from the depths of this cabinet and set on the counter in front, she sort of blows the dust off of it, and you see the hand stitched title on the front of the cover.
Yes, that does seem to be the piece we were interested in. What's your current asking price?
For a book like this, a rare book and a collector's item, probably somewhere in the realm of 50 gold.
I see. Not an unfair price, I suppose. And then I assume the rest of these are... And can he make an Arcana check to see what he thinks this shop is set up for? Are these alchemical ingredients? Are they
Sure, give me an Arcana check.
spell reagents? What? Yeah. Ouch.
Ooh.
Aww.
That's a natural 1. Do you want to?
I
use one of your
rolled.
I'd like to be
portents?
lucky.
A natural 1.
Do you want
I
to
am
use
out of luck, and I have used my portents for the day.
Oh.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 1 while attuned to Weaveborn.
So you're looking around,
Mhm.
and you're sort of analyzing these. You're analyzing these items on the wall, and as your eyes sort of skip past one of these items, heading to the other, something strange happens. Where there was a wall, there's no longer a wall. Where there were your companions, there are no longer companions. Instead, you find yourself standing amidst a field of stars. You look down, and your hand is not yours. It's this yellow, mottled, dotted-looking hand with sharp talons. You look around and see you're on a ship of some kind, sailing through a sea of stars. Around you are these other yellow-skinned, mottled-looking individuals wearing a variety of clothes that are unfamiliar to you. Many with black hair in various styles swept back, several of them wielding large, curved, sharp silver blades. Meanwhile, back in the store, Gwynferon blinks for a second. Oh, this seems to be some sort of magical body part shop. I imagine that you could very likely, very easily swap any one of our nascent body parts with one of these. This is a very fascinating shop you seem to have set up. The other two in there hearing these words come out of Gwynferon's mouth. In Gwynferon's
As
voice.
my voice changes. Okay, cool.
In Gwynferon's voice.
Does Gashgar notice any kind of shift?
No. So Gwynferon.
Yep. Do I have any idea of the nature of the beings or the place that I am?
Roll me another Arcana check.
Okay. 18. God, I'm rolling like shit today.
You're pretty certain you are on the astral plane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I know about Gith at all?
Vaguely. You have the vaguest of understandings of what Gith are. You don't know enough to be familiar with their culture or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you can process of elimination make the statement that you are apparently currently inhabiting the body of a Gith of some manner.
I'm going to look down and see what sort of equipment I have and see if I can make any rough guesses as to my role or capacity in this body.
Make me a nature roll.
That's a little better.
You look to be some form of spellcaster still. You're not
Okay.
certain what kind, though. As you reach out with your mind, you see. It seems that your consciousness is a little bit. Your consciousness is a little bit more expanded than it normally would be. You feel like there are things you can do with your mind that you weren't necessarily able to do previously, as you sort of just
Psychic powers,
take
motherfucker!
into your context. Back in the shop, Gwynferon puts down 50 gold. Picks up the book, opens it, flips through it, looks at the other two. Is there anything in here that would be of interest to the two of you?
No, this was your trip, so let's get going then, shall we?
The door the door behind you opens as the three of you turn and walk out. And as it closes behind you, Gwyn, you get one more glance at sort of the space around you before it all melts, and you find yourself standing back. This time outside the hut you were just inside, with that book in your hand.
The fuck?
Hmm? You
Did
bought
we
a
steal
book?
this?
know. You bought it for coins that you put on a counter.
Eshkill.
Eshkill is there and aware of what you're aware of.
Okay. Does he have any other ideas?
He was there with you, so he doesn't know what the fuck happened either.
Well, still here. All right.
Okay,
Hi, both of us.
I need to specify, are we losing our memories because we just left the magic shop, or
You're still standing right outside of it, so not yet.
Thanks.
I left my... I was in the astral. I jumped... Did I...
Smell like the astral plane?
No, he does not smell like the astral plane.
Different, but okay.
Weaveborn, what the fuck just happened? Do you know?
I know that your consciousness vanished from your body, and I started autopiloting you for a little bit.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know where your consciousness went.
There was a ship on the astral plane, and my brain was slightly different, which was kind of cool. I will look more into that later. Yes. All right.
Didn't know if there was anything else you wanted in there, so I just sort of bought the book and left. I don't know if you want to go back in or not.
No, I'm good. As far as I know, it was that shop. No, I think I'm good.
All right, so the three of you begin to walk away, and as you begin to walk away, you start finding it harder and harder to remember the specific events of the inside of that hut. Gwen, you still have perfect recollection of your experience transliterating to the astral plane, but the three of you begin to find it harder to remember what was in the hut. You still remember the hut.
As soon as I start noticing that happening, Gwen's gonna stop. Was it more than 10 minutes, or is my detect magic still up?
We'll say your detect magic is still up, yes.
Okay. And he's looking around to see what in the weave is doing this to his brain.
You don't notice anything.
You okay? Did you go back to the other place?
Nope, still here. Weaveborn, are you having trouble at all remembering what you saw in that shop?
No.
Why am I?
I don't know.
Probably because of magic.
Yes, but there doesn't seem to be anything in the actual fabric of the energies that would account for this sort of effect. Weaveborn, are you seeing something that I'm not? And he's doing the full 360.
No, but if it's some sort of glamour that would be affecting your memory, then you probably wouldn't be able to see it because that's sort of be tied into the spell.
It's like when you ingest something, you can't necessarily still see it in the cup, right?
That's probably about as good a parallel as any. Yes.
Also, it seems like nature. It seems like magic, whose nature is to hide things, would be harder to see.
Also fair.
I mean, if
All
you
right,
want to know, if you want to know what was in there, it was some sort of weird. It was sort of a body shop where you could buy and attach monster parts to yourself. Kind of cool.
Remind me of that again in 5 minutes, would you?
Okay, we'll do.
Thank you. And we'll keep walking.
I am so tempted
Alexa,
to make a
remind me in
Doctor
5
Who
minutes.
reference, but I have no substance for which to do it from.
Alexa, remind me in 5 minutes.
Weaveborn, this is so sad. Play Despacito.
Despacito starts playing in your head.
You have to
Five.
buy a music subscription to get that to happen.
5 minutes pass, and Weaveborn reminds you promptly.
Okay. Body shop parts replacement wise. Good. Cool.
Some of
Might
them look
look into
interesting.
that.
Like there were beholder eyes on the table. You had
Really?
zoned out by the time I saw them, but yeah.
Okay.
Part of the conversation audible.
Only Gwen Fran's responses.
Okay.
Yeah. Gwen's talking out loud.
I
So
have a
you guys...
replacement. Well, I have one replacement thing.
Wait, what?
You said something about replacement eyes and good to know.
Yes.
Lulu will just sort of ruffle around in the bottom of her bag and pull out this sort of mechanical eye. I have one.
Do I know what this thing is?
It's one of the items I got from my backstory, John. It's the Ezra eye.
The Ursat's eye. Yeah,
Ersatz eye.
it's a common magic item.
Yeah. Okay.
It is-
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I
The
was
common magic item that replaces an eye. Lulu gorged it out of someone's head at some point and
yeah.
it.
Yes, you can recognize. It.
Holy shit! You're Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
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 And that guy's eyeball.
Yes, you can instantly recognize it.
Oh, that's helpful.
You need one? I thought you had.
Not at the moment. Yes, no, mine are good. Apparently, what's in the shop is more like if you want ones that aren't just equally functional, but actually physically better or can do other things than normal eyeballs, like mine can. I mean, not quite normal. Some people can't see in the dark.
Things I saw on the counter, they had beholder's eyes, they had a troll's arm, they had crocodile teeth, though I'm not certain what those would do. I wonder what kind of crocodile.
We might have to go back there and look around when we have more time.
Say crocodile teeth, and I immediately say basilisk teeth.
Yeah, Lulu will put that back in her bag and just look really pleased with herself.
I have somebody's eyeball.
You also, Gwynferon, you're also getting some sort of mental tug that you're familiar with. These typically precede visions, but you're not getting a vision right now. You're just sort of getting a mental direction further along the docks.
Oh, let's head this way. And he just walks in the direction of the mind yank.
Right. Meanwhile, rewinding back a bit. So,
Yes.
Hope and Corbin, the two of you have arrived outside of a crowded, sort of in a crowded area outside of your old shrine. You notice things that you notice, in addition to there being several Cornite Rangers sort of holding the people back and putting up ropes. You notice there's an unusually large goat off to one side of the building. It's wearing like a large green like cover coat that is emblazoned with the symbol of the Cornite Rangers, but it's like a goat the size of a horse, maybe a little bit bigger.
Fire goat.
It's just sitting there chewing on something. And yeah, there's their ranger sort of thing, and then of course you see the legs that are sort of in the entry hall to the shrine, the blood splattered all over the place.
Do I know whose goat that is?
Give me a nature check. Actually, no, give me a history check.
Okay,
Holy fuck.
5.
Okay.
You have no idea whose goat that is.
When I was trying to join the Cornite Rangers, it was
Yep.
not for a very long time.
Yeah, you have no idea whose goat that is.
Fuck. What happened? I'm kind of like trying to worm my way in, and I'm not. I put up the hood when we got kind of close, and I saw there were groups of people. I haven't taken it down yet. What's going on?
One of the dock workers that's sort of right next to you just sort of looks over and says, apparently something inside there killed a bunch of like priests and people that were in the shrine. Stole something too, maybe, I think.
Is it still in there,
He
or
shrugs.
the Rangers still in there dealing with it?
The Rangers are in there. Captain Jericho's there, but I don't know what all's inside. We just sort of gathered as there was sounds of conflict.
Oh, I'm gonna try and get closer and look at the body and see if I can tell what happened to him
So you
and
try-
who it is.
So you sort of get up to the
I'll
edge
follow.
of the line where the Rangers are sort of holding people back, and now you can sort of see better into the shrine. You see there's a man in there with sort of the indicators of rank on his outfit that indicate that he's probably this Captain Jericho that was mentioned previously. He's got short blonde hair that's sort of up into a short quiff and a bit of a goatee. and is sort of crouched down, looking with like sort of a clipboard of some kind in his hand, just sort of writing out information that he's seeing. What you see currently in front of him is a pair of disembodied legs. Now that you can sort of see the rest of the body is not there. It's just the legs that you
Okay.
saw, so you can't really identify. But it looks like the legs were ripped off of somebody from what you can tell where you're standing.
Oh shit! What?
Do you have any idea what might have done that?
I'm just staring at it. Do I have any idea?
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
Does your
Six.
temple hide
Nope.
anything like this?
No idea.
No.
Did they just sit around and pray all day?
Yeah, it was a bunch of that, and I don't. What? Sorry, Captain Jericho. I'm trying to get his attention now, and I pull down the cloak.
So you're calling out to the
Yes.
The man turns and looks at you, sort of sighs, very theatrically. Stands up, steps down the steps, pulls something out, pulls what looks like like a cabbage out of a bag and throws it at the giant goat that just catches it in midair and eats it.
Okay.
And then walks up to you. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah. What happened here? I'm Hope. This is Corbin. We helped a little bit with the when the army attacked. What happened?
He sort of stares at you blankly as you say, "Helped with the army attack."
He doesn't remember that. Okay.
Looks up. I mean, you didn't see him. You don't know. He might. Not
I
have been
don't
there.
know. Yeah. Did I see any Coordinate Rangers there? I would assume they would have been.
There were plenty of Coordinate Rangers.
Okay,
there. You
he
didn't
wasn't
see
there. Okay.
him necessarily. He pulls up his clipboard, looks down at it, writes something down. Well, there was sounds of combat that was reported to the guard and the Rangers. Came to investigate, found a bunch of dead bodies inside. And you are?
Hope.
I got that. I meant more in relation to this whole thing, seeing as how you seem to be a little bit more invested than the rest of the people just looking around for kicks.
I used to live here.
I'll put that on the list. And he goes down and writes something else on the clipboard.
No, I used to live here and left, but I was passing through and wanted to talk to some people that I used to know. This is surprising.
How long ago did this happen? When was it reported?
He looks down, flips up some papers. About 30 minutes ago.
And I'm looking
he sort of waves a hand and a couple more Rangers head inside while he's out there.
I'm looking around at the body, trying to figure out if that matches like the congealing pattern, basically. Like if that seems logical given what I can see.
An investigation check with disadvantage because you're trying to look at it from a bit of a distance.
Okay.
Trying to get minute detail.
All right. 17.
You can't tell from this distance.
Okay.
That's something you'd have to actually get up closer and see.
Got it. Okay.
Well, if this used to be your home, you can probably go head up to the triumvirate, submit paperwork, and see about getting in here to reclaim any possessions that you may or may not have left behind. But aside from that, if you don't mind, I do have to get back to my crime scene.
No, I would mind. I think we might be able to help. We've done a fair bit of adventuring recently, and we're pretty good at it. We stopped a sort of demigod from rising, if you remember anything about, I don't know, someone named Umbra and a little disturbance that some of your buddies saw from a wall. So I think I'd like to go in.
Look, kid. There's an adventuring guild in the town. There are lots of people here that adventure and are good at it. I investigate crime scenes. I'm good at it. I hunt down criminals. I'm good at it. It's kind of my job. If you don't mind, and actually, even if you do mind, because I really don't give a shit, you're going to stay here with the rest of the onlookers, or you can go up to the Triumvirate and see about getting that paperwork done so you can come in and reclaim any valuables that you may or may not have left behind. And he turns, and he walks back into the shrine.
I am not standing... Corbin, I am not standing in line for more paperwork.
Yeah,
It's going to take hours, and they're going to make you go through there's going to be multiple forms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple forms is the
Multiple
thing.
forms.
Multiple forms.
But
You know,
when was the last time you lived here? Do you still
6
even have
months
anything
ago.
here? Oh, 6 months.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, I didn't care if I left it behind, so I haven't missed it.
I think that's the first time in a final show films game, and I'm stunned that it's taken this long, that somebody has got, it's okay, I'm an adventurer. Which is the international sign for people in positions of authority of, oh God, my day just got 10 times worse.
That is the international sign of, okay, I need to go and not be anywhere near this anymore. Lena Inverse is going to set off something.
Oh, I'm so glad it finally happened.
Yeah, this location is going to implode in the next 24 hours somehow.
Yeah, just give us time.
All right, guys. We have ourselves an imminent ground zero about to happen.
Yep.
Someone just played the adventurer card. We need to get the hell out.
I'm gonna not try and push it, but
I like
Corbin,
that. I also like to play the adventurer card in a city with a known and established adventurers guild, as if that means anything.
Right?
I'm
don't
an
get it,
adventurer.
dude.
Look
Find your
around
ally.
you. There are 7 others in the crowd.
yes, but we also did other things.
Also, I was so disappointed because I thought this might be the second time in a Final Show Films game somebody talked their way into being a suspect for a murder.
Yeah, give her time.
The
Listen, we can
I
still
mean,
do
the
that.
scene's not over
right,
yet.
that wasn't murder.
Anyways.
Yeah, this would be the second time.
No, Corbin, I'm not standing in line for like several forms, and
I know those are the bane of your existence.
we need
Lines
to get in
and
there.
forms.
Yes, they're just we need to get in there. Do you? Okay, you were not one of the Rangers. You were just in the Adventurers Guild, but you knew. Did you ever talk to any of them? Can you get us in? Just.
He does not know or care who I am, so that's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad that came across. I really wanted to make sure you got the didn't care part too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. We might be able to ask Tithian if he can ask High Captain Lorien.
Are they still fighting each other?
I don't know. We've literally been gone. This is the third time
True.
and I don't know how long.
True.
But that's if we can get a talk with Tithian.
Right.
If
Other
he's
option.
if he's even in core, because he is the head of the Adventurers Guild, probably still adventures a little bit,
True, and the world's been expanding. Hopefully he's there. Otherwise, other option, I don't know what day it is. I have no idea what day of the week it is. I have no idea when my appointment is, but I had an appointment with the Ebony Adjudicator at one point. So
It is currently the 12th.
okay.
Which is
2 days past your appointment. No,
I have no idea.
Do you remember the date of the appointment?
Stay.
Did you
No,
write
Hope
down
did
the
not
date of the
stay to
appointment?
hear that part. She snuck in. That was when I left.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Fortunately, I do.
Okay.
It's today.
It might be today. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm.
Maybe
I'll go and try and get some appointments. I don't know, something.
let's go find the rest of the group. Maybe
Maybe Gwen.
It is currently
yeah,
the
maybe
12th of Draco.
maybe Gwen can magic some looking in there without us actually have to go in.
It is currently the 12th of Draco, which is LD's, which is Thursday.
Okay. You know what else we could do? I know this building like the back of my hand. Are there other windows that I could see into to see what's going on before we leave?
Well, you knew this building like the back of your hand
I
many years
did.
ago. Give me a history
Yes.
roll.
It was not years ago. It was about a year ago.
At most.
Yeah, it was fairly recently.
Have you noticed any recent major renovations?
Where's my history? There it is.
Well, they added some new
Besides the
18.
Yeah, besides the new occupancy.
So
yes.
there are certainly places that you can go around to get a better view of the inside of the building. The shrine, as both of you can tell just by seeing it, is sort of away from the wall, so it's sort of out in the open. It's a very open floor plan and layout.
Yep. Yeah.
So any place where you can get a better view, consequently, people inside can also see you better. So it's really hard to sneak up into it, but you can certainly get a better view from outside the ranger line.
Yeah. I also know how to get back up into my old room. There was a vine.
Yeah, that would require you to cross the ranger line, though.
It would.
And
So what do you
about this time, while you guys are thinking about that, is when Gwynfron, Lulu, and Gashkar, you've been walking down the docks, and you see that there's a crowd gathered around a shrine. And there are Cornet Rangers sort of holding people back.
Huh. Events have transpired.
Do I smell anything?
That doesn't seem good.
I mean, give me a perception check, Lulu.
For the record, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what the astral plane smells like.
I don't know. Usually when people go somewhere, they come back smelling like it has different flowers or something. Maybe it smells like
I've come to the conclusion that the closest thing I can think of is it smells like not the flower, the color, lavender,
So,
which is different from the flower.
So,
Yes.
Lulu, you can smell blood, corpses, sweat, a goat, some sort of large wild cat, and a reptile. Hope and Corbin, a whole bunch of dirty people that probably work on the docks. More blood, sort of burnt smell, and some ozone.
Okay. Yeah, stuff happened there. It seems really society because Corbin's there, and
Corbin's in the crowd?
yeah, and Hope and dead
Hope
body.
and Corbin are in, and they're okay. So we've got Hope, Corbin, and a dead body in close proximity. Gwyn is walking.
Do you want me to get the other halfling, or do you want me to just come with you now?
Yes, if you want to go get Harry, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
Corbin, I think we have to sneak in.
I
Don't think
Ashkar,
that's a good idea.
I'll.
You have some. Keep going.
I hope you guys win. Bye.
Gwen Ferron,
We'll try.
give me a perception check.
Okay.
I don't think we should.
29.
You
There we
can,
go.
You can see Hope and Corbin in the crowd.
They're gonna tramp over everything, and by the time we get back here, we won't be able to tell what anything is, and that might still be in there. Whatever thing or things.
It's.
Hope.
They can't do the things that we can do, but they can probably at least.
Hi, Gwen.
Thank you.
We have an appointment elsewhere. Let's be moving.
What appointment? Do you have an appointment? Because we need an appointment with the head of the Cornet Rangers to get us in there, because he was not. Captain Jericho was not gonna let us in, and that's just.
Hope, you're going to have to answer a few questions for me right now. Okay, so that we can figure out what so that we can figure out what we're going to do here. I assume that based on what I can see, someone is probably dead, right?
Several people,
Okay,
and I don't
all
know
right.
who.
Are you currently a member of the Cornite Rangers?
No.
Are you currently the assistant or personal aide-de-camp of High Captain Lorien?
No.
Guess what? You've got no fucking business being here. Let these poor people do their goddamn job and stop sticking your nose in it. Corbin, grab your girlfriend. We're leaving.
Oh! Oh!
Gashkar kind of leans over and kind of looks across the line. To be fair, they might need the aid of a diviner. That might be a quick way to get access to looking through.
Not helping, and also there's paperwork for that if they need it.
So much paperwork.
This seems like it's important to Hope. Gwen, you might want to look a little bit deeper.
And if it comes down to the point where the Cornite Rangers, who are actually professionally trained to handle these sort of incidents,
Hope, why is this so important to you?
Because this was my home.
oh, so you have a personal investment here, not simply a highly trained bit of veteran experience that actually makes you qualified here. You just really care about. Oh, really? How many how many dozen murders have you investigated and solved personally as a member of an official appointment by the city of Core?
I mean, technically, the Adventurers Guild is the official appointment.
Adventurers Guild is a private organization that is occasionally hired on as freelance work when they need extra bodies to throw at a problem.
That is accurate.
Gwen, you have a very reasoned and logical deduction here and a very sound argument. Unfortunately,
Hope won't listen.
Logic and reason do not always apply in matters of personal investment.
All right, then. Hope, what if you are to investigate this whole thing, okay, if things transpire to an extent that you are allowed access and you can bring your not unreasonable or unimpressive talents to bear on this, what are you hoping
I feel like
to
there are
discover?
asterisks that you're not saying. Just asterisks.
I'm looking for a baseline that we can agree on before I bring in some potentially relevant data.
Fine. What was the question? Oh, was it paying attention?
What are you hoping to accomplish?
In other words, it's a trap.
I'm trying to figure out what did that. It said there was screams
Okay.
and
Okay. So you would be looking to bring the offending party to justice, more or less, right?
yes.
The chances of success when civilians and untrained personnel get involved in an actual official investigation, wildly decrease almost immediately. You're going to be doing way more harm than good unless they specifically need someone of your talents, and there is absolutely no reason to assume that they do at this point. I'm sorry. I understand you have an emotional investment here. This is not where you need to be. And if you want this to turn out well, you need to not be here.
Gashkar kind of takes a few steps over towards the line and kind of looks over.
What are you looking for?
Having just kind of looking towards if Captain Jericho is still standing around, if there is still someone who looks to be in charge.
I mean, you can see, the floor plan is open enough. You can see him sort of in the middle of the place, taking notes and talking with another ranger.
Gwyn, we might at least want to talk with Tithian and see if he can get us a talk with Lorian. Because
Sure.
whatever.
Proper channels, great, but we need to do that elsewhere.
Whoever did that ripped that person's legs off.
Gashkar kind of waves towards him, see if you can get his attention.
Give me a flat charisma roll.
That's why she actually has a positive. If I roll
Oh,
on the
man.
dice, that's not going to do anything.
That's a better
As you start to like sort of try to get attention, you hear this like deep rumbling bleeding sound, and your attention is immediately drawn to the goat.
Fine.
And
She casts message.
Oh goodness.
Hey, can I get a word with you?
You see the blonde-haired individual sort of perk his head up, turn and look. The goat meh-us again. And you see him sigh, write something down on the clipboard, and then walk out towards the line.
Good cop. Do the paperwork.
Hey,
Yep.
what's the situation currently looking like in here?
It's a murder investigation. We're investigating.
Yeah. Is this something you might want the aid of a diviner for?
Potentially, but not until we've gotten all the hard physical data we can get.
All right. Well, we were actually looking at going and seeing someone in our group has a personal investment here, so we were going and looking and seeing if Lorian might want our diviner to have a look. So you might be getting some help shortly.
Sounds good. If High Captain Lorian says you guys can help out, you guys can help out. Beyond that, please let me get back to my job.
Good luck.
He turns and walks back into the thing. You can tell from the way he said that he's not expecting High Captain Lorian to say you can help out, but that's sort of a thing he can say to get out of this conversation so he can go back to doing his job.
And she walks back over. Well, if you want to go talk to Lorian, we can go do that.
Have I ever met Lorian?
On occasion, he's a fairly public
Okay.
figure.
Okay.
It's kind of like meeting the sheriff. You
Right.
know, like he's a fairly public figure. He does deal with people on a regular.
If you want to meet him, you can go to the right event. Right.
Yeah, like, that kind of thing. Meanwhile, Lulu, you've returned to the combat sparring arena, where you currently see Harry on top of the head of one of the Minotaurs, steering him by the horns.
Sounds legit.
Trying to get him to ram into the other Minotaur.
My goodness.
John, it's not that fucking hard. Jesus.
Who's steering the other
Something to
Minotaur?
fight now, Harry.
What?
We've got something to fight. Gwen found a thing.
Oh, shit snacks. Yeah, go do that thing. Hop down. You know what to do. Go do it. And I go running over. What are we fighting? What are we killing?
So
Maxim on the rumpus, she leaves. Get him, Bessie.
I think it's a lizard monster, but I didn't get a chance to check up close. There was blood and Hope and Corbin and city politic line stuff that I didn't care about. Oh, but I think we need to go either help Hope and Corbin finish killing something or help Hope and Corbin find what killed something.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. We are heading towards the hut.
I like that there's no way of telling how Harry interpreted that information.
I
He
mean,
is a lot more tactical than Lulu.
Yep.
And probably has a better grasp of what Lulu just explained. But yeah, Lulu will actually give you the full summary of what she's seen,
right.
smelled like, and that the two couples were going to go fight about it. I'm not sure what's going to end up with happening with that, but I think we need to kill something.
Thrilling. Let's go kill something.
Back with the two couples. So what's the plan?
Somebody mentioned Tithian. Gwyn is willing to go talk to an official.
Yeah, let's go find Tithian and see if we can get Tithian to get us to Lorien and see if Lorien can sign you on as a diviner to help investigate. And we can solve this.
Better. We made the guild famous. Let's go.
I love the chain of I know a guy who knows a guy that's going on right now. It's
But
great.
we do know Lorien. It's just hard to get to Lorien unless you're Tithian. So
I'm super excited for the possibility that the remainder of this episode is going to be the foursome wandering around doing stuff, and us just constantly following around in their wake like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern thing.
Right?
We have
Unfortunately,
smaller
it's-
legs.
It's that episode of Seinfeld where you're trying to follow somebody in a car, but you don't know where they're
They are
going.
both- Yeah.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, however you might read it, the two of you are actually faster than they are at
We are.
discussing.
We actually
Um,
are.
both physically moving and also than they are when they are talking. So by the time they finish discussing what to do and get out of the crowd, the two of you are back.
Hey, so apparently we're killing something or finding something to go kill.
Wait, before we left the
I'm
crowd,
just gonna
like
start trying to smell what attacked what here.
Okay. Really hope before you leave the crowd.
before we leave the crowd, I would probably be looking around to see if anyone looked like they're more than just either the Rangers or like Gawkers, because I don't know what
Give
did
Give me an
this.
insight roll
Okay.
while you're maneuvering through the crowd.
they don't look like a cop and they don't look like they're rubbernecking.
Lulu.
That's it should be the lowest I can get on an insight check is something
17.
or other. Where is that in my
Is it a
It's not a
Eight.
reliable talent because you're not high enough in level.
No, but for where is this?
While you're finding that,
While you're finding
yeah.
that, Lulu, what are
Sorry.
you doing?
I'm so before I smelled, I believe, snake, bear, goat, and dead person. Does that sound right? Something like that. I may be misremembering the exposition.
Yeah, so you smelled goat, dead person, blood, some sort of wild cat, and some sort of reptile.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go up a little closer while they're doing the talking.
Mhm.
And try and determine what might have like an aggressive scent or a scent that's sort of over the body.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and give me a perception check. Mara, that's your DC. That's not what your minimum roll is. You have to roll.
No.
You have to roll a 17 to get anything.
On a no. Okay.
No, that's it. It says DC, but that's actually ear for deceit.
Yeah, it's just poorly worded.
That's the way I typed it. Yeah. My wisdom, my insight checks to
Just
see
go
if
find the
when
full.
Yeah.
being
I'll-
deceitful.
I'll-
So
I
if they're
will-
trying to
I
look
will
like the
go
rubbernecking.
I will go find a thing. While
I am
Eric is
posting
doing
it
the roll.
as soon as the web page loads for me.
Yeah.
I can read it to understand.
That's
As a note,
okay.
put the full detail of your abilities in your abilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This was like, yeah,
That's
this was.
Ear for
Oh,
deceit.
wow.
When you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you develop a talent for picking out lies. Whenever you make a wisdom insight check to determine whether a creature is lying, treat a roll of 7 or lower on a d20 as an 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was a 17.
So that makes that.
It's 17.
Okay, so that would make that a minimum 17. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You do not pick out anybody in the crowd that is
Okay.
not there to gawk.
Cool.
Also, you weren't really trying to see if anybody was lying. You were trying to see why they were there, which is a different thing.
That's also fair.
16, not great.
So the corpse and blood smell is a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
The goat, wildcat, and serpent and reptile smell is a bit stronger and still present. You can't narrow down where it's coming from, but it is still present. I mean, the goat.
I have a feeling she can narrow down where the goat's coming
The goat,
from.
you can narrow down from the goat, but the reptile and wildcat are still present. You just can't see them.
Would you prefer a wildcat or a reptile? We'll just say to the group as they're talking about other stuff.
What?
As a pet?
Personally,
As a criminal. I
Oh,
think.
definitely a reptile.
That's what things that tear stuff up are.
Definitely a reptile.
Okay.
Wait.
I mean,
I'm
reptile,
gonna
you
start trying to track this reptile to wherever it is.
All right, give me a survival check.
Yay, I'm good at that.
Are you trying to, or are you trying to physically go to it, or are you just trying to figure out where it's at?
I mean, I'm probably gonna wander there, but the priority is figuring out where it's at, maybe getting eyes on it.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
You said it was still around in the local area.
Yes, it is still around.
29.
So you following your nose and following trying to differentiate, you find yourself at the ranger line, and there is a person there not letting you pass. But as you're smelling it, you're picking up all three scents in equal measures, and you're pretty certain they're all three scents coming from that goat.
Aww.
Yeah.
So can I be sure that it's just a goat with those smells on it, or does it smell like a chimera that might be disguising itself as a goat or something similar? Because I am very familiar with shape changers.
Give me a nature check.
Damn it. This is not a good roll for me. 13?
It doesn't smell like a shape changer.
Oh.
I mean, it might
It wasn't
be a chimera.
a goat.
It might be
You
a
swallowed
chimera.
a cat.
It's a giant goat with like a you can't really see much anything more than just the goat head, really, because it's wearing like, you know how parade horses have like those that particular like sort of like tabard for horses, whatever the hell it's called.
Barding.
That
Yeah.
just
Barding.
covers
The giant show barding.
not that just sort of covers everything. It's wearing that. It's got that on a goat. On a giant.
So here's the question. If
It's a
I was-
crocodile and a puma wearing a goat costume.
if I was at the corpse, could I, because this is literally what my character does. If I was at the corpse, could I presumably smell what killed it?
Potentially.
Okay, I'll just walk over there.
There is a ranger actively blocking you from getting through the crowd. Are you trying to push past him?
If there's a ranger standing there, I'm walking past him.
Okay, so yeah, the ranger reaches out to put a hand on your shoulder to stop you.
Well, let us in.
He's either rolling in athletics or acrobat. Or, no, he's rolling athletics because he's the aggressor in this situation.
All right.
And he needs to beat a 27.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I do not care about this. We are finishing it as quickly as possible. Because, oh, there's a dead thing.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
fails.
Yeah.
So Lulu pushes past. There is you all
I
sort of
don't
hear this commotion.
push anyone. I'm just walking.
You push past him because he is trying to stop you. Pushing past is a phrase that promotes an action, not necessarily a physical actually pushing somebody. If you will let me finish my descriptive. You're pushing past this guard who's trying to stop you.
Yep.
The guard calls out. You see several other rangers come out to see you. And Jericho, who steps out, says, "Excuse me, you're going to need to stop and go back past the line."
No,
Is Gwyn aware of this happening?
you're not my
You can-
alpha. Go
you can hear
away.
it. Excuse me, you're only going to get one more warning. I need you to go back behind that line.
Message to Lulu. Lulu, stop. Come back. This is not. We're not allowed to do this. We have to be elsewhere.
Allowed is irrelevant. And this stupid society thing, and you always try and pull.
Allowed is very relevant. You know that territoriality. You know that territoriality is not something that society came up with.
If you are actively disobeying the ranger, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm trying to get a look at this stupid crime scene because that is
Lulu.
So hang on. Gwen,
Oh.
this is happening while you're trying to get the message. So sure. Lulu is given 2 warnings and continues trying to get closer to the body so that Lulu can tell what's happening. 2. You take 20 points of damage as the captain very casually whips out a crossbow, fires it. And as the crossbow hits you, vines erupt from it and engulf you, and you are just wrapped up in vines and just fall to the ground. He looks over at one of the other rangers.
Pull off the vines. He still probably got there, given that there's no way this temple is like a mile across.
No, it's not, but the rangers were holding a line out. You pushed past the line. They approached you while you were walking up, told you to stop. You didn't stop. They entangled you. You're not in the temple. I'm going to need you to make a check if you want to try to get out of the vines as more rangers are coming over to take you into custody.
Hope's gonna walk forward toward Lulu. Lulu?
There's a crowd between you guys.
Yeah. Can I try and get past? Dodge through?
But you're going to have to give us a second because I need to give Aaron some information.
Yep.
Alright, so you can give me a strength check to try to break out of the vines.
Yep. You say strength check, I assume you mean athletics because it's either a strength save or an athletics check.
It is not an athletics check, it is a strength check.
Okay.
Flat strength, no proficiency.
20.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll transform so I'm moving faster and move over to investigate the body.
That's fine.
Like,
you're going to need to make another dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
You can't just take actions while other people also have actions they're taking.
But I have actions as well.
Yes, and your action was to break out of the thing and move. So you're moving closer. You're still attempting to be restrained. All right, you've been wrapped up again, and there are rangers on you trying to drag you away. You can make a perception check with disadvantage while you're being dragged away, if you would like, but you are sort of in the middle of being restrained. It's hard to get information just casually. Meanwhile, Hope, yes, you can push through the crowd.
Yep. I'm trying to get up to where Lulu is.
There, 11. And what? Actually, I don't have disadvantage, so it's still an 11. And what do I smell?
You smell blood, corpse, and some form of reptile. You would need to take time to actually get up to the body while unrestrained on a
so that would have been a nice thing to tell me when I asked, if I go up to the body, will I be able to tell? And you said yes.
Yes. If you get up to the body, you would be able to tell. You would need to take time, but you can tell. I answered your question, Aaron.
Muted, Jack.
Can Gwyn get off another message at this point?
Yeah. Sorry, Hope, what were you trying to do? You got through the crowd.
Yeah, I was trying to get through the crowd. I'm trying to get toward Lulu because she's hurt.
There are rangers blocking your way as they are trying to gather Lulu and drag her away.
Can I talk to her?
Yeah.
She's my friend.
Oh. Sorry, your friend just tried to ignored the orders of the ranger captain and tried to break into a crime scene.
I know. I can talk to her.
You can talk to
her. I
her
can
in jail.
execute them if you want. hunt help.
No,
Your
you are
call.
not going to do that.
Okay, whatever.
Like, you can talk to her in a jail cell.
Okay. Can I heal
No.
her?
I'm just leaving. They're gonna need to try and grapple me if they want to grapple me. Okay, so am I making that strength check or my athletic?
Yeah,
Just
you'll need to
break
make
away
another
from
strength.
them?
You'll need to make another strength check to break free of the vines. You are not able to break free of the vines at this moment.
Okay. Then I'm breaking free of them.
You are
Currently restrained.
You are currently restrained by magical vines. It's not them that you're trying to break free of, it's the magical vines.
Hey, Lulu, I met all of these people because we got stuck in a bunch of balls like this. I'm walking along beside, if they're letting me, or at least like as close as I can be as they're taking her away.
Yeah, Lulu is currently being
If
dragged.
they don't want this corpse if they don't want someone to eat the corpse, they can just say don't eat it. I wasn't gonna eat it anyways.
They're not worried about you. Well, they're probably worried about you eating it. They're worried about getting their investigation done, and we're gonna get there to look at it, but we have to do the stuff first. We have to fill out the forms. We have to talk to the right people.
Then why are we doing it? Because we need to get on with
Because
actually
I
doing
need
what's
to
important.
know. I need
Well,
to
you're
know.
not in charge anymore. If you want to know, fine, let me find out. Oh,
I wasn't in charge before, and you aren't either. None of us are.
there's no reason to follow their rules, and you know very well that. If you want to know, find out.
There are reasons to follow their rules. Sometimes the rules are annoying and frustrating, but they're there, and we have to deal with them.
No, you have to deal with them. I'm not here to do any of that. I was promised a stick, and I'm here because someone said something stupid, and now I'm following Gwen around because of
You were promised a stick, but you need us to help you get it.
Yeah. So
You want help getting it?
To get to there, we need to finish this, right? Then we need to invest.
No, you can go on your own. Have fun. I need to stay here.
All right. Hey, do I get another chance to break out in this, this
if you want,
conversation that definitely has taken longer than 6 seconds?
Yes, you do get another chance to break out. You are not able to break free of the vines.
I'm so sick of not being able to retaliate to the things that I should have an action on. Whatever.
Okay, so at this point, Gwen is getting everybody else together, and we're following the Rangers.
Yep. Lulu is being loaded into a cart.
And
Okay.
I'm making another strength check.
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm following
Another
along
strength
the best I can.
14.
You are still trapped in vines. On a 20th level ranger hits you with ensnaring strike. You get stuck.
Yeah, it's really interesting that the random guard is 20th level.
Not the random guard, the guard captain.
Jericho's the one that shot you.
Jericho's the one that shot you.
Investigation to the crime scene, to investigate a crime scene.
Yes.
Whatever.
City full of adventurers. Guard have to be as good as the adventurers.
Are there other carts for hire nearby? Does Core have a taxi service of any sort?
Yeah, it does.
I'll just keep making strength checks so you can estimate when I get free, because I don't have the patience for this as a player anymore.
That's fine.
Okay.
Actually, I have advantage on all of these, don't I?
Well, do you have advantage on
I'm a werewolf right
Do you have
now.
advantage on flat strength checks or athletics checks?
Strength checks and saving throws like a barbarian rage.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
you have advantage on them all.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
You do eventually break out. By the time you break out, you're about halfway towards the ranger, and Captain Jericho fires another crossbow bolt at you.
Okay. Well, what's hit? Because my armor class is 23, and I'm really shocked he keeps hitting me.
While I don't have to tell you what his to hit is plus 16.
That's not what I asked. I was saying, what is his attack roll? Because he is rolling.
I mean, yeah, I just said he is shooting another crossbow bolt at you. I didn't say he'd succeeded yet. If you please stop jumping in the middle of what I'm saying. He rolls a 23 to hit.
Well, he misses.
Okay, so he misses. You're free. You're in the back of a cart.
I'm leaving.
Okay, so you're jumping out and running away. Are you dashing or just running?
I'll dash.
Okay.
And my
Your
speed is 35 feet at the moment, so that
you get about-
means that I am away.
So you get about 70 feet away. He fires his crossbow at you. He rolls a natural 20, which is going to hit.
Okay. How much damage is it? And does he still have that spell left?
Yes.
Okay. How much damage is it? That one doesn't need to be at advantage, so 10.
You take 37 points of damage.
Okay.
And a 10 is not enough. You get wrapped up again. Jericho,
Lulu,
as Jericho
please
is, as
stop.
Jericho is walking towards you with his crossbow still out, if you keep fighting, eventually we're going to stop trying to capture you.
Okay, then leave.
No, by not capturing you, that means we're going to be.
I'm just supposed to go kill something without helping you first.
By not capturing you, I mean putting you down.
Lulu, stop.
What do you even want out of cities anyway? I'm just gonna pout at this point.
Okay.
I could solve your stupid pet peeve in like 5 minutes. Or you can let me go now.
Because it's home.
I'm sure.
And there's
It's not
Hope,
good.
stop talking.
I'm sure you could.
It hurts people, obviously.
I'm sure you absolutely could solve whatever you want to solve in about 5 minutes. Unfortunately, in core, we have rules and laws. Those rules and laws are in place to keep people safe. They might be complicated, they might be a pain in the ass, but they're here, and I'm the one enforcing them.
Do you want help or not?
I don't need your help. Didn't ask for it.
Why are you standing around the corpse instead of smelling it and then following it wherever it goes? I don't get you.
Because the person that killed those people didn't just walk out. They sit there and grabs.
You can smell
and starts
teleporting
dragging.
people.
Yes, you can. And I was in the middle of trying to figure out where they teleported to when you decided that you knew my job better than me. And he starts dragging you back towards the thing.
I didn't decide anything like that, you dickwad.
Well, you may not have
Just
intentionally.
assuming,
But
like any stupid civilized place that you know best when you jab needles and sticks in whoever's not like you.
Kid, you don't know the first thing about me, first of all. Second of all, you ignored me when I told you to stop, and you came up trying to do my job that I was already doing. You may not have said you know how to do my job better.
Not your job.
You're actively trying to say that you're better at my job than I am. Let me put you in the cart again. Right now.
Gwen, please kill him already.
Lulu, that's not how we do things here. Any more than an animal survives the same way on the tundra as it does in a forest with warmer temperatures. You have to adapt to different environments, and somebody who knows the outdoors as well as you do should understand that already. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine.
Just because
And we're
I'm
gonna
tracking a scent doesn't mean that someone else isn't allowed to track it.
That's frequently how nature works. We didn't invent territoriality in cities. That's something that the bears and the wolves came up with first.
Okay, he can let me go now.
It's beyond that.
Well,
Hope, shut up!
All right.
Lulu, some things are going to happen now. You're not going to like most of them, but please believe me when I tell you that just letting them happen is going to get them over with as quickly as possible. Can you trust me on that?
I'm going to sleep then. Okay.
Okay. I'll see you once you wake up, and we'll get you out of there and back to what we need to actually be doing as soon as we can, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry about this, kid.
So, the Rangers continue on their way, taking Lulu to the prison cell. They process her, put her in a cell. The vines are removed once Lulu is behind bars. And you all have been following along, so you've witnessed the whole thing. The goat has come as well.
Yep. Okay. Gwyn goes to talk to who's ever in charge of bail.
So you guys get in. There is a more minor officer behind the bar, behind the thing. Right, hang on. Let us just get the information from Jericho, and we'll get it back to you momentarily.
All right, sounds
Jericho comes over, basically writes out some stuff, hands the paper, walks up to you. I take it you're in charge of this little merry band of adventurers?
Currently, unfortunately, yes, sir. Sorry about the issues.
Right. Look, I understand that a lot of adventurers don't like following the rules for various reasons and interpretations that are your own. Trust me, I've been there before.
Sure.
I'm gonna need you guys to respect my territory when I'm dealing with an investigation.
Absolutely.
What
are we looking at?
She didn't actually hurt anybody more than herself, so the fine's not going to be too terribly big. Deal with it over there.
Okay.
They'll get you handled. Please
All right.
stay away from my crime scenes.
We're headed out of town, and hopefully that'll give everybody a chance to cool off for a bit.
Good. And he heads back out with his goat in tow.
Okay.
The fine it's a 30 gold fine.
Okay, Gwyn's paying that.
And Lulu is released.
Okay. All right, Lulu, we got everything handled, and I think it's high time we get out of this city for a bit. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
have fun. I'm not leaving.
Hang on with me for a minute while we go figure out what Hope and Corbin are going to do, and then we'll go from there. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So he goes to find Hope and Corbin.
All right.
I've been there.
Yeah, they've been there with you.
Okay. Right.
Hope has not wanted to leave this situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hope, we were initially going to go talk to Tethian, see what we could do. As things have transpired, and I apologize ahead of time, but the captain who is in charge of the investigation and has all of the rights and jurisdictions there too feels it would be best for everybody if we get the fuck out of town and let some people cool off for a bit. The situation will... Shut your goddamn mouth until I'm done talking. The situation will still exist while we're gone.
How many people are going to die meanwhile?
That is something I can look into for you if you'd like. But first, we need to exit the city in order to avoid any further unpleasantries with the duly appointed law enforcement of our lovely civilization. Understood?
No, but I don't agree. I don't agree.
I apologize if my tone sounds a little patronizing right now, but you fucking deserve it. Now, Corbin, if you choose to side with Hope, that is perfectly fine. I absolutely understand that you guys have motivations and Hope has some attachments here and that sort of thing. But so fucking help me, I will cast hold person on her. We will tie her up and drag her out because that is what the authorities are requesting of us currently. And there is literally no reason why we shouldn't assent to their requests.
Or that was the plan.
Right.
So,
Hope, we are taking a walk. That is what we are doing. Okay? And that is all we are currently doing. We are just taking a goddamn walk. Understood?
No, we're going to stay here and
Old
ask
person.
questions.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh, 12.
You needed a 21.
Yeah.
Trip Gwen.
All right, make a.
That's fine.
Make a athletics check. When you can make an acrobatics or athletics check in response.
19.
No, I'm going to let it happen.
Did it roll? I don't see it roll.
Everybody's just going to take a walk while you're down on the ground and Hope's frozen. I'll say, everybody's just going to take a walk. You guys can go outside of the town. We will be at the Adventurers Guild. We're not going to be doing anything. We're not going near the case anymore. We will wait until we can talk to somebody that will let us near.
I did not see. I mean, I'll just.
I didn't see the roll
I didn't
either,
see the.
but-
I didn't see the roll.
Yeah. Mhm.
For whatever reason.
You
There it
didn't
is.
do Anything.
It just took a while to show up, apparently.
There we go.
Roll
Yeah.
20.
Hey!
You roll
I told
20.
Oh,
you,
I love
my
that.
internet's been
There it
fucky all
is.
day.
Yeah, mine too.
I was very
I had
confused.
to nudge the hamster wheel so that the
So the modem kept going.
The roll. All right.
is that amenable? If everybody's just going to take a walk,
Sure.
you know where we are. We're not going anywhere else. Let us, when you're outside of town, just let us know.
Do either of you have an empty tattoo at the moment?
Yeah, I do.
He casts sending into it in case you need to get in touch with us. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Harry, stay in or going? There's more chance
know,
of killing
I
yourself
have-
if you come with me.
Fucking idea what's going on right now. So sure, let's go somewhere.
Okay.
I do not feel like hanging around in a fucking adventurers guild. Those places are havens for the worst kinds of people. Adventurers.
Yeah, we're pretty bad.
Scary.
Hope you're no longer held, by the way.
Okay. God. She walks away. Yeah.
So,
This is why I don't put myself in charge of things.
You're bad at it.
I mean, you're pretty bad at it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not going to disagree with you guys.
I wouldn't even say bad is a nice way to put it. You're fucking shit at it. No offense.
Yeah, kind of. No, you're not wrong.
You know what's going to happen if you let her stew, right?
Best of two bad options.
No,
Don't
the
mention
worst of
stew,
the worst
I'm
of the,
hungry.
the worst of two bad options. If you don't give her any assistance with this, she will find a way to go and do it herself and will get into more danger.
And maybe that's what she
The guard
need.
just ask the universe.
You are a diviner. You could answer this with a night's rest.
That's what I'm trying to get. But Hope isn't willing to even wait 5 minutes.
You
and
haven't
I
mentioned
can't-
that you can do that
No.
to her.
I
You
have
haven't
mentioned
communicated
it
that to her.
already.
I'm still here.
Twice.
I'm still here. She agreed to wait to talk to somebody that will let us in. We're not.
Yes, but the situation has changed because Lulu, now that we are actually actively on the guards' shit list, it is going to be much easier for everybody, and the guards have agreed that having us just outside the city would make everything chill out, at least for a little while. And that's all I'm asking anybody to do, is just camp for the night outside the walls. I thought I was perfectly clear with that.
You don't know Hope. She hates camping.
I can make
She's aware.
fair point.
Yeah, she's aware. We're all aware that you can make that magic door that leads to awesome place.
I mean, I don't think it's the camping. I think it's the waiting. Hope isn't really good at waiting, which I sympathize with. I am not good at waiting. You know what we're doing right now? We're waiting here in this fucking place and talking about the stuff that everybody's already gone their own way to do. I'm going outside. I'm going outside the city. Y'all can follow me if you want to, or you know what? And she starts walking.
I'm gonna catch up to Hope. We'll be in touch with you. If you guys are just gonna spend out a night camping, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Message you if anything happens.
Sounds good.
Corbin, please express to her that Gwynferon will use his magic to try and find out what happened, whether or not we get to investigate personally.
All right. And I'm gonna go catch up to Hope.
Okay. Gwyn is trying to just get out of town.
And while we're walking, Gwyn, you are going to use your... I will reiterate that if I need to, so that you understand that this is something you need to do.
I told her I would. I told her I would ahead of time.
Not in plain, clear words. You have you have a lot of wizard jargon.
Do have a bit of a tendency to use, like, I don't know, paragraphs when words would do.
Fair enough.
So, 4 of you, Gashkar, Harry, Lulu, and Gwyn, are heading, I'm assuming, south out the gate.
Yep.
All right. And Corbin, you are catching up to Hope, and the 2 of you are heading where?
Adventurers Guild.
Well, first Hope is crying, so...
Hope is crying.
Yep.
Walk up.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I know you haven't been there in a while, but I know it's important to you.
Just hate this. I hate not being able to do anything.
We can still do stuff. We just have to be patient.
It's the only one who... I don't think any of them were alive. Or if...
We talk to Tiffy and we can see if they'll at least let him know if there were any survivors.
Mm-hmm. It's just torn clean off.
We'll find out what happened. And whatever did it, we'll take care of. Or we'll make sure it's taken care of, even if we don't personally do it.
Tithian, we have to talk to Tithian, and then I'm sure they'll call. I mean, I didn't see them questioning anyone. At least not yet, but they'll eventually call probably the Ebony Adjudicator in to do the same thing that for us when we, well, not you, because you didn't.
And actively try to stick my nose somewhere where it probably could have waited. I know we can do some pretty awesome things and we've done good things, but so can the Rangers. They've been doing this for a very long time. They helped my group.
Yeah, but they didn't help with Umbra. And they didn't help when Selena just...
They're people. It takes them time to figure things out, just like it takes us time to figure things out. Hopefully they can catch whatever did this before, or we can help them catch whatever did this before something else happens again. That's all. Anybody that was, as much as they were trying to help, that's what we all wanted.
Mhm.
The guys want to stop this from happening again. We want to stop this from happening again. We just have to let people do their job and then offer what we can do to help. Now, will you come with me to the Adventurers Guild? And we can drink and talk and see if maybe Tithian's there.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
And I'll go along.
Okay.
So, as the two of you head towards the Adventurers Guild, and the rest of the party heads south out of Core, we're going to take a quick break. Back in just a few minutes. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. So, before the break, there was some shenanigans with law enforcement. And half the party decided to take the day off outside, and the other half, well, not really half, most of the party decided to take the day off outside, and 2 of them decided to go back to the Adventurers Guild. So, because Jeremy is currently poisoning himself, we're going to go with Corbin and Hope. So
That's the term he uses.
the two of you arrive at the Adventurers Guild. It is as bustling as it ever is. Step on inside. There's a variety of familiar faces that you've seen here and off. Notably, none of Valor Sanguinus are currently in the building. Normally you'll see like maybe 1 or 2 of them, but none of them have been. The last couple times you guys have been here, none of them have been here.
Yeah.
You know where one of them is, obviously. One of them is in Eleonora. The rest, wherever. So, you are back here. You ask around, assumedly trying to... Are you trying to talk to Scythian tonight, or...
Well, I'll see. Go up to the bar, get a room, and then ask if Tithian's been in lately.
Bartender thinks for a minute. He's been out quite often as of late, but he is in right now. He's up in his office if you're interested.
Okay. Two rounds. Thanks.
What about I'm forgetting her name. The mage that we met in Underhold.
Elisaria?
She's probably not here. Elisaria, yeah.
No, she's up in Underhold.
Okay. Does she ever come by here very often? I'm assuming reports.
Yeah, whenever there's a big meeting of the upper management, she's around. But
sorry, I wanted to talk to her at some point. Do you know when the next one is?
What's today? 12th. They tend to have one at the end of the month, so 30th will be the next time.
Okay.
Probably she's back in, unless something drastic happens between now and then.
All right, thanks.
The drastic? Oh, we can make that happen.
Yes.
Hope begins planning for a drastic action.
Hey.
Right, so you got drinks, and you are in the thing. Are you going up to talk to Tithian, or?
Do you want to talk to him now, or do you want to cool down a little bit, collect your thoughts?
No, I think we could talk to him. Sure. Let's try that. Before drinks. Too many drinks.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay. All we're gonna ask about is if we can get a meeting with with Lorian,
Hi, Captain Lorian. Yep. Mm-hmm.
and then we'll wait to talk to Lorian tomorrow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Promise me you're not gonna run off if we do get a meeting with Lorian.
I promise I won't run off if we get a meeting with Lorian.
Okay.
Don't.
That's good. Let's go.
So
Go up.
the two of you go up. You enter into the office of Tithian. You knock first. He says, "Enter." He's sitting there. He's actually not sitting. He's standing sort of at the back. There's a window. He's got one of the few offices that has a window looking out. And he's sort of standing there. He's in his full armors that you've seen before. This black with red-lined armor and this long red cloak that sort of hangs out the back. His spear is sort of leaning up against a corner. It looks like he's reading something.
Is that usual for him?
Normally, when he's in his office, he's not in his armor. No.
Yeah. Okay.
But the bartender did say he just got back, so maybe he hasn't taken it off.
Okay.
He looks over his shoulder. Can I help you?
Yeah, we had wondering if we could get a meeting with
Hi, Captain Lorian.
Hi, Captain Lorian. Thank you. I'm forgetting people's names.
If you could help us get a meeting with him.
You hear the sound of a page turning. Any particular reason why?
There's an investigation going on at a shrine down by the docks. We tried to talk. They're a little busy, and our friend did something stupid, but we think we can help with the investigation.
Our friend has nothing to do with what happened there. I'm going to say that right now. We want to help because this, well, if you want to tell him hope.
That was where I grew up, and something attacked them.
He sort of closes the book. You hear it snap shut. Turns around, puts it down, looks at the two of you. I recall the two of you are more muscle than investigation, right?
I'm
What
more muscle.
exactly-
She's more investigation.
What exactly were you hoping to assist them with?
Figure out how this thing got in, what it was, how many of them there may have been, because I don't know if it was just one or several.
And it's not just us. There's 4 more people, one of which is a diviner that can help if we can't figure anything out the good old-fashioned way. If the Rangers can't do anything either.
Well,
They hit a brick wall.
I can't promise anything, but I can go talk to Lorian and see what he thinks.
Thanks.
That's all we ask.
Well, what the Guildmaster's for. I won't be able to talk to him tomorrow, though, so I will send you a message tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
He picks the book back up. Anything else?
So you've been out a lot more lately,
Yep.
from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with the
What gets you out of here? Normally, it's got to be something pretty decent.
Well, with the not unnoticed advances your group has made into the Tower of the Gods, there has been a lot more need for my particular skill set when it comes to exploration and dealing with potential threats in newfound lands. Mostly I've been out establishing additional branches of the Adventurers Guild in some of our new neighbors' locations.
That's good.
So that as our people are out and adventuring, they can get support that they need and resources that they need a little bit easier in more locations.
Where have you been so far?
Just came back from up north in the Highlands. There's a halfling civilization up there that now has a new branch office. I've been trying to see about getting into. There's an elven kingdom in the forest near there that is fairly isolationist, I've discovered.
Yeah, I think we've heard about that as well.
Been trying to make roads into that. Killed a couple dragons for him, so hopefully that can be used as a talking piece, but we'll see.
Okay. That's good. Okay. I'm just curious.
Mm-hmm.
How's I know it really doesn't have anything to do with us, but how's the war been going?
Ongoing.
Is that where Valor Sanguinus is? The rest of...
He sort of smiles a bit. Yes, that is where that particular group of adventurers is right now.
Okay.
We've pushed them back. The Sundered Templar, and with the help of adventurers and some of the Cornite Rangers, have pushed them back to their border. So we've pretty much resigned to border skirmishes at the moment.
And they're still claiming that someone here killed Roland or something?
Yep.
Or that. Okay.
We haven't been able to. It's hard to get lines of communication across a battlefield. So
Yeah. That makes sense.
we're still trying to establish some level of communication. They seem particularly unwilling to talk or negotiate, which is odd, but not 100% certain what's going on there. But we're still investigating. So
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for at least trying to get us a meeting with Lorian. Safe travels.
he nods and reopens the book and continues reading.
Walk out. Go sit back down at a table.
All right. Meanwhile, outside the southern gate of Kor. So, the four of you have stepped out. There is a dirt path before you, leading off to the south, forests off to the right, grasslands off to the left. Jack, you're muted.
Gwyn takes a deep breath, just kind of lets it out. One of you three is in charge now.
Harry, you or me?
Well, obviously it's Gashkar, right?
You have a problem with it, Harry?
No.
All right.
Well, Harry doesn't have it. But you guys won, so one of you must be the. Huh?
Remember, this isn't just a pack. It doesn't always work the same way.
No,
I've had just a pack before. The medicine they give you for it is terrible.
I feel like the person in charge in any situation should be somebody who knows what the fuck is going on. And that is so much not me that, yeah.
All right.
I hand the mantle over.
All right. If I'm taking charge right now, first off, people need to blow off steam. Let's do something that everyone here likes, which is find a big fucking monster and kill it.
I like this change of leadership already.
Me too.
Like to smell things, or are we still in someone else's? Is not really a territory.
No, we're outside the city right now. This is open season.
All right, what do I smell that's killable and dangerous?
Yeah.
Give me
The best
badger.
question.
Preferably badgers, but anything.
Give me
Everything
a
is killable if
give
you're
me a
determined
perception
enough.
check.
Don't worry, there's a dragon there. So
Oh yeah. Watch out for dragons. We don't want to pick a fight with that one right now.
Yeah, I'd assume that powerful dragons, fall under the too dangerous for a essentially bar fight.
You
Yeah.
specifically said killable, so yes.
Yeah.
I'm liking this change in leadership less. If there's a, never mind. What are we killing?
I don't know. I don't know. I rolled a
Yes.
22 perception check, and I'm hoping the GM comes up with something for us to kill.
So you smell. There's a variety of beasts. There's a variety of beasts around that would be fairly easy prey that you can smell. Of all manner of sizes.
Anything that would be challenging prey.
Yeah, you're looking for something that's slightly less than normal. You do smell something that you've never smelled before that has a vague reptilian scent to it, not a dragon though. It smells almost like if you combined a lion and it smells almost like if you combined a lion and a flightless lizard.
You know how you mentioned lizard reptile earlier?
Yeah.
Go for that.
Alright.
And she'll take off in a direction.
Lulu,
All right.
bolts.
Let's go.
Survival or
Yeah, reptile.
And Gashkar will whistle for Ice Pelt to follow.
All right. Ice Pelt flies down.
Can I get a ride?
Absolutely.
I'm not that fast. You're faster than me.
That's why I'm
Yeah, but
certain.
this will help us. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So you follow. You find yourselves following into the forest for a little ways away. Go ahead and give me stealth checks, all of you.
I have advantage.
The ones that are flying on Ice Pelt can just use Ice Pelt's stealth check.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
Oh. 17, because I can't roll this episode.
18.
17! All right.
I mean, you have the highest average of anybody.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's a good average, but that's also because I rolled a shit ton of strength checks.
All right. So eventually, you find yourselves. You find a cave in the foot of the mountains near to the water at the foot of the mountains. There is a cave, a very small cavern that you're getting the scent out of, along with the scent of like other prey that whatever this is isn't feeding on. You're pretty certain there's more than one of them in there. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
This is one of the things that being a blood hunter gives advantage on.
Let me
think so, no.
find
No,
the...
it's
Okay. 16.
There seems to be about 6 of them in this particular group. Probably
Enough genre savviness to know if we're gonna die if we go in there.
probably some sort of pack of some kind. And whatever they are, they're definitely eating meat. They're definitely carnivorous, whatever they are. Carnivorous predators of some kind. You guys sort of stealth up to the entrance to this cave. The cave is large enough for Ice Pelt to go in, but Ice Pelt will have to be walking inside.
Do we want to go in or do we want to pull them out, draw them out?
Generally, we want to pull them out.
Yeah.
You don't normally want to kill something in its lair because it knows it's a lair, and things can happen in lairs that are not necessarily advantageous to the invaders.
I don't know what half of those words mean, but I can make a very loud and dangerous sounding distraction.
Things are more dangerous in their home because they've got time to set up defenses.
I figured out what the sentence meant. I just didn't know what the words meant.
It's fair. Yeah, no, do that.
Okay.
I support this.
Everyone else get hiding, prepared, whatever.
Yep.
I'm going to turn into a werewolf and be loud and intimidating directly outside of
the other three of you. The other 3 of you give me stealth checks, and Lulu give me a intimidation check.
Another
Okay,
18.
that's fair. No, we were just.
Hey, I rolled another one with
Gwen's doomed.
I also rolled a 1, so...
I rolled another one with Weaveborn.
I'm hiding somewhere where they are not.
This actually makes a bit of sense. So, Harry, you sort of crawl into a bush and.
Yep.
Gashkar, you sort of land Ice Pelt above the cave, thinking, "Haha, they can't see me if I'm above."
No, but they can feel that, yeah.
They can't see me if I'm on top. Meanwhile, Gwen, you're sort of trying to make yourself as small as possible on the back of the wyvern, and your vision flashes, and you find yourself standing on a cloud in a realm full of light. You're not standing, you're floating, you're hovering.
Oh, that's better.
And you look down, and you have pristine porcelain blue, sort of a bluish green, like pristine, perfect skin. You reach up and feel your head, but it's bald. There's no hair there. And you are adorned with a variety of golden and pearl enameled armor,
Ooh, that's quite nice.
which you are sort of admiring as your wings are flapping from behind your back to keep you out of the way. So,
And Eshkill's voice comes out. Oh, we're a sexy motherfucker.
you are very incredible.
Harry,
I mean, I believe you're in the body of a, if I'm not mistaken,
Planetar or
yeah, a
something.
planetar.
God
Apparently
damn
the
it.
Harry.
Minotaur.
from the bush he has dove into,
Okay.
it's like, what the fuck are these
Also, I
people
rolled a
doing?
natural 20 on my intimidation
You
check,
did.
so hopefully at least they're coming out to our unstealth
So yeah,
forms.
so Lulu werewolves and growls and roars and puts up a racket, and you hear as this creature crawls out from the cave. It is adorned in a variety of quills, almost as if it's part porcupine. It has sort of reptilian scales on lion-like claws as it's using to pull itself forward, with a lion-like mane that has a humanoid face, but with a jaw that is distended and disconnected. It opens too wide and has far too many teeth. As it sort of crawls out and looks down at this smaller werewolf in front of it. It is a large creature. And it just sort of tilts its head to one side, flaps these dragon-like wings that are behind it, and prepares to launch and pounce.
And then a wyvern with a spear wielder on its back.
So go ahead and roll
drops.
initiative, everybody.
What about the one that's not here?
Yeah, you're still rolling
Just
initiative.
to be fair,
Okay.
does also we don't have tokens to roll to.
You will
Does
in a
Harry
moment.
get a surprise round?
Yes, Harry is going to get a surprise round.
Cool.
There you go. You now have...
Manticores.
Yeah, manticores.
Only one of them is outside right now.
Manticore.
Go ahead and position yourselves however you would like.
Is that actually the plural, or are you just making things
I'm
up?
making shit up.
And
I am assuming I am right here.
This is D&D. Everybody makes shit up. New words every day.
Considering I'm supposedly positioned above the cave.
Oh,
Wait,
that
oh yeah,
might
that's
not
the
the manticore. I'm right in front of the manticore, wherever that is.
Yeah, that lead manticore is the first one that's outside the cave.
Cool.
I will mark the cave momentarily. I'm just having to line things up.
oh goodness, there's several. Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
This is gonna go great.
Lulu got a good nature roll. She smelled 6 of them.
John, can you put ice pelt to the bottom?
Yeah, hang on one second. Alright, so the cave entrance is sort of here. There you go. So that's the cave.
Yeah.
Do.
Mark that I'm in werewolf form.
And Harry, who's actually hiding.
Harry's like, what the fuck are these idiots doing? How did they survive? How did they walk out of their houses and not just look up into the sky when it was raining and drown?
I mean, I did exactly what I said I was going to, and people said it was okay.
Oh no, yours was fine. It was the other.
It's the other ones that Harry's talking about.
Also, if I die right now, I'm a little fucked because I'm still poisoned.
Oh shit. You still have that shit in your veins.
Yeah,
God.
it hasn't been a day yet.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do it the next day.
Also
But
have it
it's
healed
fine,
from
we're
getting
not
shot
getting
by the
that.
ranger captain. Alright. So that makes it so first it's Harry's turn.
All right.
In general.
And Harry is going to.
Harry gets a surprise round.
Oh wait, ice pelt goes on my initiative, doesn't he?
think.
No, Iceball has its own initiative.
Okay, cool.
You're not a ranger.
Right.
Rangers actually, no, yeah, Rangers are the only ones that have their own pets on their initiative.
5,
What
10.
makes them so much weaker?
Step slightly into the cave
Let me move
Depends if
everyone
you're using
around
Delta
here
then.
because
so that I have flank.
you're all in different places because Zoom, as much as it is a lovely and useful utility, does not put people in the same places every time.
Right.
So I have to constantly juggle around everyone's cameras. And I didn't take a moment to do that for the Roll20 when Mara dropped during the break.
Sorry.
It's okay. Not your fault.
God.
It is your fault, but it's okay.
Yeah. Moves there, and we will just start launching a metric crap ton of attacks.
Alright, so you run up. You immediately can sense and smell and see the other 5 behind you as you
Right.
run to flank the Manticore.
One at a time. Just for reference, can I get like a nature check to know what I know of these
Sure,
things?
give me a nature check.
Okay.
Is that a reflexive nature
Um,
check?
12.
Yeah, you know what Manticores are.
Okay.
They're not. They are native to mountainous regions, which is why Lulu's unfamiliar with them.
Right.
But they're fairly where you're from. You're actually from. Historically, you're actually from the Highlands, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and
That sounds legit.
which is a mountainous region. So
All right. So, attack number 1. 16. Oh, wait,
hits.
no, with
You're
advantage.
flanking, aren't you?
27.
that hits. These poor fucking Manticores.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
Right?
you do.
He's like,
6 of them is a challenging fight for you guys. Unfortunately, they're not going to be 6 of them very long.
no. Harry's like,
Because
oh,
Harry's got 8
you
attacks.
poor.
We
Poor
did this
thing.
well.
This is going to be a good hunt.
So
with
this
the
is
exception of
going
the fact that the wizard is on walkabout.
This will be a, you know what, let's just make this a regular attack. So there is 9 slashing damage. Second attack, advantage, 29.
Okay.
And I assume that we're going to be sleeping at some point after this. Let's make this a distracting strike. So damage 9 plus 10 slashing damage. Fuck you, superiority die. Third attack. 23. We'll make this regular. Another 9. I keep rolling a 2 on a d10 for my damage.
If you guys die to Manticores, I will laugh very
so
hard.
fucking hard.
And fourth strike.
There we go.
20.
Nice.
Let's
That's
make
20.
this a... Oh, that's a fun combo. Let's make this a menacing attack.
Please do like max damage.
So there's 20 plus 15, so 35.
So close. So close.
Oh, here's where it gets fun.
Sir.
So this creature now is distracted, and an attack roll against
Makes a wisdom saving throw.
well, the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than me has advantage, and it is
What's
it
the
has to
DC
make
for
a
your
wisdom save
what's the
or
DC for your missing attack?
like 19.
It rolled a 20.
Well.
I should shoot.
Well, that one is sufficiently weakened at this point. And Harry runs into the cave. So I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I still have 5 feet
So it
yet.
does get
does
attack
not
opportunity
get
on
an
you. Or
opportunity
it's not?
attack.
Oh, you have
I
mobile.
am mobile.
You have mobile. That's right. It doesn't. So you run in, wham, wham, wham,
Yep.
and just juke away.
And you know what? Yeah, let's action surge. And let's
So,
give this one 4 attacks.
The one you're running up on currently has a half-eaten cow under its claws and looks very surprised.
Wonderful.
I want to see I want to see some fan art of a surprised manticore. Because what does a manticore look like when it's surprised?
As he's running up, hi, nice to meet you. Whack, 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 whack.
The gaping, toothy maw just sort of like crooks to one side.
Okay, I do not have advantage on these. 19.
That hits.
Okay. For 10 slashing.
You're
25.
You're rolling shit damage.
For 11 slashing.
It keeps going up slightly.
Yep. Work your way there.
26.
Yep.
For 12 slashing.
10, 11, 12.
Come on,
Okay.
big number 13.
And 28 for, I swear to God, if this is 13 damage. 10 slashing.
Okay, back
It reset. It only goes up to 12.
These amps only go up to 12.
All right.
And that is the surprise action.
So now we finish the surprise round and go to the actual round where Lulu starts off.
All right, there's a manticore that just started yelling at me and got beaten on a little bit, right?
Yep, there is.
I loosened the lid for you. Take the lid off.
You
So, question, because I think I may have missed it. I have advantage on this one or just the other one?
Your
I
first
thought-
attack against this person, yes.
First attack against this,
Okay.
this one.
The one that's in front of me. That's what I was
Yep.
confused.
Yep.
All right. I've got weapons.
But only the first attack.
Okay, well, the first attack is
I
no-
feel like it doesn't have much left.
Oh, sorry, advantage. 32
32 hits.
or 14.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Harry runs over, wham, 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 then speeds off. Lulu, it's still trying to follow Harry, and so you just jump up and take your short sword, and just jab it in the eye, and just twist a bit, and it collapses.
Yep.
It is dead.
Okay. I still have the rest of my attack, so I'm gonna run up. I am in werewolf form, so I can. Oh, that's not a werewolf form thing. Is it technically dim light or dark conditions?
Inside the cave, yes.
Okay, so GM ruling. I have additional movement speed when I am in dim light or dark conditions. Would
So-
I get it if I'm headed in or
when
no?
the minute you cross the threshold, you would get that.
Okay.
So if your movement gets you into the cave, then yes,
Yeah.
you have that additional.
Yeah, my movement gets me in easily enough because I'm just going past the manticore. Because halflings.
Yep.
And I'm gonna just help Harry beat on this one. That's as close as I can get. Second attack.
Natural 20.
I'm assuming that hits.
I mean,
So
yes.
side effect of having the weapon I have, that's 14 damage.
Yep.
Only rerolls the dice. And then my offhand.
Oh, sorry. Wolfsbane is the whip, not the short sword. So you whip.
Yeah, I think.
We'll still say you just shoved the whip through its eye.
Yes.
The butt of it.
No, the chain just went, just thrust so hard with the whip that it went in.
I kind of scooped a bit of the eyeball out.
Yeah, you just like rip the eyeball's actually still on the whip right now. Like, you
That's
just-
great. I beat it. That's what made it a crit. I beat it with its friend's
you do
eyeball.
because you do the Castlevania thing where you hold the whip out and it just you can manipulate the whip without actually moving anything, and so you just stab it in the face.
It's a pretty magic whip. So my offhand, which is my sword, 21.
That hits.
Well, I gave you some extra damage, And then with my bonus action, I'm going to activate my right of the dead because I'm feeling moody and edgy right now. Sorry, that's a really long piece of text.
On which weapon?
On my main weapon, the whip.
Okay, so yeah. So Lulu takes the spiked whip, slashes it across her back, pulls it back, which dislodges the eyeball from it. And as she does, it radiates this purplish black energy. Gwynferon, you're a Planetar's body.
Heyo!
In some form of divine plane.
I'm just looking around, seeing what's what. Are there any other Planetar around?
You turn around, and you see this massive gilded cathedral, just sort of hanging in the air behind you. It's odd, though, because one half of it is gold, and the other half of it is ebony.
Oh, well, I know where
Oh,
you're at.
we're gonna go. Oh, we're flying.
Like sort of split right down the middle. And as you look around, there are other Planetars just sort of hovering around, having conversations. Some of them are wearing the sort of white and pearl armor that you're wearing. Various other angels, not just Planetars. Some of them are wearing an ebony one that you find that your armor tends to match one half of the Citadel, and several others have armor that tends to match the other half.
Okay. I'm making a dead-on dash for the half that matches mine.
So yeah, you begin flying towards the Citadel. Meanwhile, Gashkar, behind you, there's a tap. And Gwynferon looks at you and goes, excuse me, but Gwynferon's consciousness has left this body.
Do you still have... Can you do his magic for him?
No, right now I'm doing everything I can to puppeteer him. I'm Weaveborn, by the way.
Gashkar, good to meet you.
Pleasure. Gashkar, it's your turn.
Well, stay on the Wyvern, and the Wyvern will keep the body safe. And she will rage, leap down, and go join the fight.
All right.
Which actually I need to get there because I have reach on this spear. And because I started my rage, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw or take 14 points of lightning damage.
It's dead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like all of us ganging up on one and then moving to the next is just like not fair at all.
I'll give you a hint how many hit points it had left.
40.
It was more than 0, but less than 2.
Yep. Yep.
It's a fairly narrow range there, I feel.
Use the very last of my movement to get over here in position to attack the next Manticore.
Okay.
And we're going to attack recklessly, because there's no reason not to.
Storm Herald has reach, so. In the back of your head, Storm Herald goes, yes, yes, kill all of them.
You don't have to ask twice.
We can use their bones to create better barding for your mount.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
In fact, if you did ask
my
twice,
goodness.
it would be creepier.
Advantage 33.
Yeah, that hits.
22 points of damage.
Ow.
You know what would go great on your mount? The skin of something else.
Something
skin.
else.
The bones.
The bone.
Both.
Oh, I didn't add my rage
Which
damage.
are heavy.
That's an extra 4 damage, so that'll be actually 26 damage.
Ow.
And then you know what? Because I haven't gotten to use it yet, I will replace my second attack with a menacing, with the use of menacing. So I will make an intimidation check. They need to contest with their insight check.
What is menacing?
My feet. Let me put it back
Okay.
in. Yeah. Oh no, he has to be a humanoid. Never mind.
Yeah,
He's
humanoid,
not affected
doesn't
by
work
it.
on
So never mind. Just stab him again.
Just stab him again.
31
That hits.
for 21 points of lightning damage.
Are you going to try to grapple it?
Yes. Hold still.
Locked in place with Storm. In the back of your head, yes. You could probably make a very nice cape out of its wings, too. Storm Herald has a very particular aesthetic.
Oh yeah, it's as a barbarian, it matches.
Storm Herald is the monster hunter of animal weapons.
And none of us know that you could bring those back to a shop on the docks and dang it.
No, Weaveborn knows. As the Storm Herald. Storm Herald actually goes in the back of your head. You know, that weird hag woman could probably staple one like those wings onto your back, and you could fly.
As entertaining as that sounds, I like my partnership with my companion.
You could give one of the halflings wings.
That we might talk about.
Oh my goodness.
I think Harry would like it.
Probably.
Damn it.
Harry has some level of intelligence and might know why this is a bad idea.
Harry, Storm Herald doesn't. William, tell them what Storm Herald's intelligence is.
13 actually. It's not dumb.
Oh no, his wisdom is the one that's low. Then it was either his intelligence or his wisdom was low.
No, his low is his dex.
Oh,
his
that's
dex
right,
is
right.
0.
Well, I mean, all of them.
yeah.
They're weapons.
They're weapons.
Yeah, the spear. You tried to hit a spear and it just went. Boop, it moved out of the way.
It's actually its mental stats are pretty decent. It's 1, 2, and 4 in its mental array.
All right. Which I mean, compared to Weaveborn's 30, so.
Right. Which I mean,
smart as
Harry,
Yes. So because
both of your kills have been stolen.
Because Harry is a fan of the concept of overkill.
So am I. So is Storm Herald.
We are going to move
That's the
here.
only concept Storm Herald has.
Feel like overkill.
And we are going to activate.
That's right. You're a level 20 battle master now, aren't you?
I am. Wait a minute. What are you thinking?
I thought you were just going to pummel it to death with action surge.
No. Because it will also amuse Harry to use a 5th level spell and force Gwyn to recast it at some point. It's going to activate Steel Wind Strike. They're all within range.
Yes.
So hitting the 4 of them.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So I am so I have to make a melee spell attack, which is just
Which would be intelligence based.
Okay.
D20.
So, yeah.
D20 plus your intelligence plus your proficiency modifier.
Yeah. We'll just do that. So, and we're going to go from left to right on these.
Okay.
So first one, 27.
That hits.
Second one,
That
25.
hits.
Third one, 20.
That hits.
Fourth one, oh,
That
fuck
one misses.
you guys. That's okay. Damn it, I only did 60-10 force damage to 3 of
Do
them.
you have luck? Do you have the luck feat?
No, I do not have the luck feat. I have the halfling lucky thing,
But you
but
rolled
that
a
was
2,
a
not
2.
a 1.
Not a 1.
But you rolled a 2.
All right, so 60-10 damage to the first one, 21 damage.
It explodes. So,
60
Gashkar,
damage.
you've got Storm Herald stuck in it and extended, and then Harry just Dragon Ball Z teleports next to it, smashes it into pieces.
So,
next to the next
I
one.
want to use my reaction when that one dies because I keep forgetting I can do this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna blood puppet it.
Okay.
Yes, blood curse.
Oh my
blood curse of the
God.
fallen puppet.
Yes.
So I'm not amplifying it because I do understand that my health is a resource right now.
Let me
But
see.
I believe I can get the one that's dying to strike the one next to
It
it.
can tail spike it. It's not close enough to
Okay.
hit it, but it can tail spike it. So
Yes.
So yeah, Lulu just sort of reaches out and grabs the dying creature's shadow, striking out at its ally.
And the manticore, like the front half of the manticore is just gone, but the back half, the tail just sort of lurches up and slashes, and spikes rain into the other manticore.
Cool.
Not dealing a lot of damage, but dealing some damage.
Okay, 6d10 damage to the second one.
Yep.
It's 27.
Still up.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll solve that. in a minute.
And then 6d10 damage to the third one. 34.
There we
Still
go.
up.
That's some decent damage.
And then the fourth one missed.
And then the fourth one missed. Correct.
And you reappear. You can reappear next to any of your targets. So
Oh.
Within 5 feet of one of the targets that you hit or missed. Yes.
Yes, I know what I'm doing. I am actively choosing this spot.
that's fine.
Of course you are.
All right.
Um,
Action search.
no, I was actually down a fair amount of resources for some reason. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
because we fought in the sparring rings.
that's right. That is right, and I used a ton of shit.
Also, you fought something. You didn't rest before coming back to core. I don't think. No, you did.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
Got a long rest in, though the next morning we used some stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
Harry stabbed me and I had to do a whole bunch of stuff, which I realize means that I am actually out of blood maledicts and could not have done
I
the
will add the 5 health
Sorry.
back to that manticore.
not paying attention.
And I am good. That is the end of my turn.
Manticore's turn.
As she appears and just does there's no other way to describe it. And this isn't going to make sense to anybody who hasn't played Overwatch, but the highlight intro of Hammond that's doing the psychotic giggle thing.
I think we found Harry's favorite spell.
Let's see. Yeah, you can move. So this manticore it just sort of beats its wings and leaps over to here.
Okay.
And all 3 of them are going after Harry, because god damn it.
Wonderful. I am so on board for this.
This is everything Harry's dreamed of.
Alright, so 3 bite attacks first.
Yep.
A 21, an 18, and an 8.
Only the 21 hits.
Alright, you take 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 6 claw attacks.
Okay.
12, 24, 20,
Yep.
22,
Yep.
24,
Yep.
24.
Yep. That was 5 hits.
So all but the 12, or the 20 also doesn't hit.
No, my armor class is 19.
All
So
right, so all but the 12.
yeah,
all right.
5 of the 6 hit.
1, so 6 slashing, 7
Okay.
slashing, 7 slashing, 4 slashing, and 4 slashing.
Okay. Is that everything?
That's their turn.
Wow. I still not below 200 hit points.
They get 3
Being a
attacks.
fighter is
Kind of
fun.
bullying at this point.
They get 3 attacks each, but they're
Yep.
manticores.
Right.
Works better when there's more of them.
Yeah, if there had been 6 of them, damn. But unfortunately,
There'd been 6 of them, they might have gotten you below 200 hit points.
No, I'm close. I'm at 201.
Okay.
But
Ice Pelt's turn.
There's not enough room for Icepelt to fly down there, is there?
No, Ice Pelt can fly down. Ice Pelt will just have to walk inside.
That's what I mean by there's not enough room for Icepelt to fly inside.
Oh, fly inside. Yeah, no.
So yeah, Icepelt will maneuver down and take part in the fun. I think a wyvern is like double the challenge rating of a manticore.
Let's see.
it sounds kind of legit, yeah.
Manticores are CR3. Wyverns are
CR6, yeah, so exactly double.
CR6.
So this is gonna be fun. We're gonna lead in with the bite. 12 probably misses,
Yeah, 12 misses.
and the stinger. 25.
That hits.
So that one will be
Made the
11 piercing,
It
and
made
it
the
needs to
con
make a
save.
constitution. So it takes half. So it takes
13.
13 cold damage.
So, yeah, so Ice Pelt drops down, comes in, bites, and then tail whips the Manticore. Lulu.
All right, I've already measured, so I'm gonna move to here where I'm flanking with Harry on this one and start smacking it.
Go ahead.
31 hits, I'm assuming.
Yes, it does.
That's 15 damage plus 1d8 right damage, which is necrotic at the moment.
Okay.
Second attack with the main weapon. 19.
19 hits. And he's dead.
Right damage. It's dead?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna... I can't move any further.
You're not. You are in dim light.
Yeah, 35 feet is my movement speed,
Okay.
and that was what it took to get to here.
All right.
In dim
Weren't
light.
those attacks at advantage, by the way? I mean, it's dead either way, I
They
suppose. But
were. I'll roll to see if I crit. Not that it matters.
It both would have been 32s.
Yeah, yeah, just so you can see the thing I'm talking about. Yep, and that's my action and move and stuff. I'm just gonna be there and hope one of them comes to fight me.
All right. Gwynferon, you're flying through the clouds.
how close am I to the temple? Cathedral, whatever.
Probably take another round to get there.
All right, we're dashing.
Yeah, so you dash, you fly, and land on what seems to be a parapet, looking inside, where you see a variety of gilded, sort of like living quarters and things. There are humanoids, not all angels are in here. Many humanoids, sort of feasting and chatting and just going about their daily lives below you.
We're gonna let Eshkil drive on this one, and he wants to try the food.
All right, well, you'll have to get down there next.
Right. So yeah, next round we're going for some chow.
Meanwhile, back in the cave, you guys sort of see Gwynferon just sort of sitting on top of Ice Pelt, just watching, not doing anything. Gashkar.
Gashkar is going to get into the business. All right. We're attacking recklessly again, because why would you not? So let's go for the bottom one first. 26.
Hits.
20. It's going to be 22 points of total damage.
Yep.
And second one,
Okay.
32 hits, I'm assuming,
Yep.
for another 18 points of damage.
Wow, you guys are dropping enemies to 1 hit point.
Oh, don't worry. Because with my bonus action, the chains on the gauntlet that is the chains on the gauntlets lash out. 29.
That hits. So yeah,
Oh,
Gashkar
that
just sort of leaps over with her spear, with Storm Herald, stabs in twice, and then on the drawback, just sort of throws out a hand and grabs this spiked chain as it rockets out of the gauntlet, slashes with it, and the spiked chain just flows around, catches onto the Manticore's neck, whips around, yank down, and the head comes off with the chain.
William, your characters have done anime things in the past, but that might be the most anime thing one of your characters has done. Yeah.
Oh no, Gashkar's straight out of Berserk right now.
Like,
That she is currently Berserk.
but not that part of Berserk. Just the
No,
acting.
not
No, not that part of Berserk.
not the ending of Berserk.
Nah.
I know it goes back further in the month.
The ending,
I
the
mean,
ending
it's
of
also
the golden.
not just the ending where stuff like that happens.
The
but
ending of
You're not wrong.
not the ending of the Golden Age arc. No.
When the anime series goes from this is cool, it's violent, but it's violent, it's a little fucked up, to it's cool, to what the fuck am I watching?
For those of you that know what the Golden Age arc is but aren't familiar with the rest of Berserk, that's a flashback that happens sort of in the middle of the story of the manga.
yeah,
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that the anime has other fucked up things in it, but we are done
Anyways.
talking anime because I will go on forever.
Oh, it's a good series. Anyways. So, is anything else on your turn, Gashkar?
No, that's it.
All right, Harry. One
Oh,
left.
look, there's one left, and it's the one that escaped the steel wind strike the last time.
It is.
It seems almost karmic. All right. So I will. So Harry, just for fun, goes up there and then runs through the legs because halfling, or directly underneath.
Yeah.
Yep. So now I have advantage.
Yes, you do.
And let's murder a manticore. Murdering a manticore should be a gloom card. Murdered by manticores. Sorry. 32. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, it does.
And that will be a menacing strike.
For all that's going to be worth anything.
It gives me an extra D12.
I know.
Damn it.
Aside from
That's
that.
when it matters. So there's 24 slashing.
Okay.
25 hits. For 11 slashing. 22 hits.
Yep.
For 10 slashing.
And is dead.
Damn it! I wanted to use my last fucking combat.
Bam, 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 bam. You're raising the axe to slash down again, and it just collapses.
And just for fun, at the end of my turn, I move a little bit and then use my last combat superiority die for evasive footwork.
Just a victory dance.
Yes,
So
a victory dance that raises my armor class to 27.
While Harry performs a Fortnite emote, Gwenferon, Gwenferon, you are flying down and landing, and you reach down and grab some of the food and raise it up to your mouth, and just as you're raising it to almost to your mouth, you find yourself sitting on the back of Ice Pelt back in a cave.
Son of a bitch!
Shot it, Ashkill.
For the record, I feel like it's a little less like a Fortnite emote and more like a really nimble version of what esports casters tactfully call tactical crouching.
Okay.
Gwynferon growls something under his breath, slides down off of Ice Pelt, highly affronted, stalks out, and casts Contact Other Plane.
I like that the natural one for Gwynferon wasn't anything bad, but it still ends up frustrating him.
Mm.
Alright, what are you trying to contact?
He's been thinking about this for a little bit, and he's trying to reach out to one of the planes of knowledge again.
Okay.
So he needs to make an intelligence saving throw. Don't fuck this up. He is not crazy, so that's good. And he's trying to get in touch with a spirit of omniscience, or as close as he can get to it.
You find you are in touch with a spirit of some form of knowledge spirit.
Okay. What killed the victims at the murder scene currently being investigated by Captain Jericho in the city of Kor?
Unclear is the response.
What is the physical location of those murderers?
Unknown is the response.
What does it take to not
Will-
know something for a spirit of knowledge?
Yeah. Will the investigations of the Cornite Rangers in this matter be likely to reveal any clues within the next 3 days?
Maybe.
This is the thing on contact with their plan. It doesn't have to be good good answers.
Right.
Also, there's a half dozen other factors that go into the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Are the chances of finding these murderers likely to increase significantly should my personal friends become involved in the investigation?
Sorry, what was the question again?
Are the chances of success in this investigation likely to increase significantly if my friends become involved in the investigation?
Yes.
Where should we start looking first?
Tithian.
That's my 5.
And as you are parsing through the information you were just given, that's where we're going to end it for this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.